You can tell me all about it. We won't tell much. Hey, Matt Haycox here, and today I'm here with Gillian Robson. She's got a fantastic and inspiring story, and I can't wait to hear more, so I hope you guys enjoy it too. After surviving skin cancer, she's put all her energy into educating others for protective sun care, and she's also now the founder of Tancream. So I'm looking forward to hearing more. Gillian, thanks a lot for joining us today.
Hi there.
Listen, obviously I gave her a little bit of an introduction, but if you could just give us 60 seconds about your career to date, or to be honest, I normally give everyone 60 seconds, but I think you've probably got much more of a story to tell, so I mean, in the nicest possible way.
Brief.
But please tell us all about your past and how we got here today.
Right, well I originate from the beauty industry. I had my own beauty business for 20 plus years, and unfortunately I gave it up because I had skin cancer, and I was diagnosed 5 years ago. But I turned a very negative time of my life into a positive. I was determined to make a difference. Years ago there wasn't the education about sun protection, hence why I almost paid the price of losing my life. But I was looking for a product that would give me sun protection but also give me some colour, because I think we all feel a bit better with some colour. Obviously being in the industry, I knew that I'd never seen anything on the market that combine the two products, the sun protection but also a gradual self-tan. But it was about keeping it very natural, about natural tanning, but a very, very good sun protection. So I worked with industry experts for over 3.5 years and developed my own sun care brand, which I launched in May 2017 for Melanoma Month.
Oh, fantastic. I think it might sound a bit of a naive question, but I'm sure I'm probably not the only one who doesn't know. Is sun or overexposure to sun? I mean, is that like the only cause of skin cancer, or just the primary one?
Yeah, it is. Well, even on a cloudy day, we do get UV damage. So all year round, we should wear sun protection because we're all exposed to UV rays, which are very damaging to the skin. And skin cancer is the fastest growing cancer in the UK and worldwide now. So I think we have to be, more educated in the UK. A bit like Australia, they have slip, slap, slop, which they have to wear sun protection. It's part of their daily life. And I think it's something that we need to be educated in the UK for, rather than just using it when we go on holiday.
When did you say your brand started? Was it 2016?
2017. It was May 2017. It took us about 3.5 years to, research and develop the products, and because of the incompatibilities of the pH balance, to mix the two products. That's hence why it's never been done before. And
where can we find it? Is it online? Is it in the shops?
Yeah, online, and we're stocked in a lot of the aesthetic clinics, which are the very high-end skincare clinics that do non-surgical procedures. Okay. And they're very advanced in skincare. And we have some of the top retailers as well, independent stores. It's a very premium brand, so we do tend to sort of aim for the more premium market of the retailers.
Fantastic. Well, tell me, what would you say is the best decision that you've ever made?
Probably teaming up with my business partner Katie. Okay. She was a friend.
Did you work together in the beauty industry historically? This is a new thing.
No, we knew each other through our children. They went to school together, and I knew she's very into sort of bringing new products into the retail market. So I knew that she was the best person for the job. But we were having a glass of wine one night, and I just mentioned it to her, and she was very excited about the whole idea. So I teamed up with her, and then we met industry experts, and who we worked very closely with for a couple of years, and developed Tancream.
Fantastic. And what would you say the scariest moment along the way has been? I mean, I would probably guess finding out you got skin cancer.
Yeah, I think that was, that's the toughest time ever. When somebody tells you that you've got cancer in general is just not the words that you ever think you're going to hear in your life.
Had you always been a heavy sunbather, had you?
Yeah, I just loved having colour, so I felt better for it. And being in the beauty industry, obviously, you're a representation, aren't you, of the beauty industry. So, so that was, definitely the scariest. But then I think from a business point of view, I think most challenging times are financial. I think, you always know that it's a big thing going into developing a brand, that obviously it's very unique to the market, but having the finances to do it. So it was very, very tough. But they're part of business challenges.
So tell me, have you had any mentors along the way? Whether in the early days of beauty or in setting up Tancream?
I think along my whole career, really, I've met some fascinating people, and through the journey of Tancream, even more fascinating and from a different level of the beauty industry. So I think along the way, there's been lots of people that have been giving me really, really good advice, some that haven't as well, but the majority. And I think the two formulators were brilliant. We worked very well together, and I think we've had some some really good mentors along the way, and we've had a lot of business mentoring from government angles, where we've been able to have people that have helped us with our strategy and the way we're going to sort of move the brand forward. So it's been good.
And if you had to single out one piece of advice that you say that was the best, that was the best advice, or that was the one that really tipped the balance for us.
I think one of the things, I'm quite a stubborn character, and one of the things that
Yorkshire lass.
Yeah, absolutely. But we were at a conference in Lisbon, and we were with a whole load of big beauty brands that were obviously talking to us all, and one of the guys who was from a massive global beauty brand said in his speech, he said that out of 364 beauty brands that are launched every year, only 6 will ever survive. And so afterwards I went over and said to him about our brand, and I said, do you think we've got a chance of being one of those 6? And he said, you've got the best story, which is takes you to a very good level, and he said, and if you just keep that enthusiasm and that drive, and keep directed with your strategy for your business, yes, you probably will. So fantastic. Let's hope I am.
And what future plans have you got on the go that you can tell us about? Any projects, anything exciting?
We're wanting to. We've got Tancream on tour actually coming up in May.
What's that?
Well, because it's Melanoma Month, and because obviously we're wanting to raise the awareness of sun protection and just knowing your own skin. Then what we're going to do is we're teaming up with our aesthetic distributor, and we're going to travel the UK and also Ireland and Finland, which is where we have distributors over there, and utilise skin care experts, and let people come along and learn what to look for on their skin, to know their own skin, how to detect things that are different, what to do, and meet skincare experts. My business partner and I, we've been on a course to Oxford University where we went to learn how to use the dermatoscopes, which are the very diagnostic tools that we actually, through Tancream, through one of our charities, we introduce into GP surgeries for faster diagnosis of skin cancer. And they take a photo of any issues on the skin. It's fast-tracked over to the dermatology department, and if there's anything that they feel that they need to follow up, they'll get you in straight away. And that's what detected. I had a few removed in September, and my son, who's 17, had one removed in November, and that was through that product. So I think if we can just get that awareness out there, then and obviously the best time is Melanoma Month and the start of the summer.
Fantastic. Listen, as you know, my space is business loans, business finance, etc. And I always like to ask all my guests if I was to give you a business loan, if I was to invest in a project, that you'd like to pursue, but it's got to be in a different space to what you're up to at the moment. What would it be? You got any career changes in mind?
Okay, so yeah, I've got an idea for another product which is completely different to the Tancream, and obviously from a legal point of view, it doesn't have the implications that having a sun product SPF causes. So this would be a very different route, but again, part of my my background is in there as well.
Fantastic. Well, when we're off camera, I'll look forward to signing an NDA. You can tell me all about it. We won't tell much to the guys at home. But Have you got Tancream into other countries, or is that just something
Yeah,
in the
no,
UK?
we have. We're in Ireland and Finland, and we're talking to Australia and New Zealand.
Have they got sun in Finland?
Yeah, well, you see, it's the UV damage, and we've gone through an aesthetic distributor, so again, it's the high-end skincare, so they actually love it over there. So.
Oh, fantastic. Well, listen, Gillian, thanks for being here, but before you go, I'm going to ask you one more question. I always like to ask all my guests how they'd like to be remembered when they're no longer with us. But I like the question to be answered in the context of how you'd like to see it written on your tombstone.
Right, okay. Well, I'd like to think that I've made a difference in the world by raising the importance of sun protection. Obviously, it nearly cost me my life, and hopefully, my life won't be taken from me with skin cancer, but I live with it, and who knows. But yeah, I'd like to think that I was making a difference in people being able to tan safely.
Fantastic. Well, thanks a lot for coming, Gillian. It's been a pleasure to have you here. I hope you guys at home have enjoyed watching as much as I've enjoyed talking to Gillian. Thanks a lot. I'm sure we'll see you again.
Thank you.